Hey, Laura J. here at Waterfall 1 in Hamilton at St. Joseph's Healthcare Center in the Mood Disorders program, where I am here because I self-admitted myself so that I could help my family understand that it's not actually abnormal, unnatural rather, to wake up happy and spend most of the day happy. It's just abnormal. And the difference between unnatural and abnormal is that unnatural is how things are not actually meant to be, whereas abnormal just mean it's not what we're used to. It's not the normalized behavior, and therefore we don't understand it. We try to put what is natural into the box of what is normal, and unfortunately most of the time when we try to move ourselves faster than what is actually called for, I hit the speed button, and instead of actually getting to go faster, it slowed me down entirely. It stopped what I was already working on. Crazy. It's just the example of how we don't know how to deal with what we don't understand, and so then we try to put it into a box. We try to say, okay, hurry up. Why not just go? Can you just go, please? Why do you have to stop? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on here. Why don't you just go? Huh? Can you go, please? What is required to get you to move? Go faster. Come on. Come on, baby. Let's go. I don't know what's going on. Oh, God. Okay, stop. Workout paused. Workout set age. Who cares about my age? Other than to say that in 2 days, I turn 32 years old. And all I would really like to do right now is just run. I want to go fast. I want to go faster than what I am currently being allowed to go. And I've got to slow down because I slowed myself down in order to fit in with people that don't understand me. So, come on, guys. What is this? Come on. Why can't we just go? Okay, this is really irritating me, guys. All right, let's stop. All right, now we're back in, and then we can set my age. Very good. And my weight, we'll say 135. And then what? Press start. Okay, now we're back in business. Finally, we are back in business. And it's going to take going a bit slower at first. Oh, and now I'm going to be going faster, maybe than what I even would have adjusted myself to go in the first place. Okay, so the difference between unnatural and abnormal are simply how comfortable we are with the very thing that we feel is in question. And right now, the reason that I'm actually here in this place in the first place, which is literally at a psychiatric hospital in a mood disorders program, is simply because I wanted approval from my family. I wanted to prove to them that crazy is simply another word for different. And yes, I may be different, but I am not insane. Because insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And I am not insane. I, in fact, am quite the opposite of insanity. I have not been trying to do things the same way. which is exactly the reason that I became a threat to the family unit, but most importantly to the hearts of those in that family that love me and want to keep me safe. Because I started traveling and experiencing the world. I left the comfort zone of the known in order to go find myself and the people that believed in me and that understood that it's not abnormal to wake up happy and be happy a lot, or to only really come down when we get ourselves around fearful people. That is actually a very natural thing if we're willing to put ourselves and hold ourselves in those kind of environments. But because after being in that space, I went back to the comfort zone of my homelands, the people that had me and that have kept me safe for nearly 32 years, kept me alive, worried about me, and now feel like I'm safe in this space where other people and I are being told how to be ourselves by medicating ourselves, by putting veils over top of who we truly are, simply to make the rest of the world feel comfortable. That is insane in my mind, and it's devastating to realize that I am the only one of me or you that there ever has or ever will be. And to think that some doctor, that yes, they spent 8, 10, 12 more years, whatever, that they spent all that time studying the human body to know what medications would go best with each other in order to help us regulate our moods. It's insane in my mind, and in my heart more specifically, to think that somebody who had studied just the body would better know how to live in mind than I would. Because what I have figured out in my time while being here is that I no longer am able to look to my parents or my grandparents or my nephews or aunts and uncles, cousins, great relatives, anyone who has loved me, even friends, boyfriends, anybody that has ever loved me. No longer am I actually able to, with a true heart, ask them what is meant to be best for me. And right now, I'm on lorazepam and repressitol. Actually, that's just the Simpsons joking name for resveratrol, I believe it's called, of which both I am on. One is an antipsychotic, and the other one is supposed to help me with my sleep. I, on my own, do not need any assistance with sleep. I fall asleep on a dime because I spend my energy, I run high, I fly like a hummingbird until it's time for me to go night-night. And then when I hit my head on that pillow, all used up from the day, I'm out and I'm good. And I wake up and I'm happy again. Unless I'm in a whole bunch of fear, unless I'm looking to other people to tell me how I'm supposed to feel, to tell me how good I need to be in order to be deemed worthy to be in this world. And what I finally have figured out, what took me nearly 32 years to finally understand, is they'll never be able to give me what only I can give myself. And that is the vote of approval, to know that I am the only authority over this sovereign kingdom, over this sovereign vessel that is me. I am the only one, Laura J., there ever has or will be. And you, my friend, who is watching this, can insert your name in the place of where I put mine. And know that yes, you're the only you there ever has or will be too. And if you are willing to stop putting your power in the hands of an authority figure who read a lot of books and sure has seen a lot of patience, because all of us, when we don't know what to do with this crazy microcosm of a universe called us, we run to the ones that we're told can give us the answers that actually can only come from within. And so here we are, still in the same place as where this message started, except it is with the reminder. It is with the reminder that you are the only you that will know what to do with you when you feel like you're going insane. And if you feel like you are indeed going over the edge, that you are actually going mad, that you are so high that the world doesn't know how to deal or heal with you in it, do not fear, because all that has happened, my friend, is you are coming home to yourself. You are stepping firmly into the soul throne of your inner kingdom, where the inner child that has ruled your realms up until now, it is able to finally be put out to play by the proud queen and kind king father, who, when you finally accept that they are the ones who are truly the authority figures of your inner realms, when you welcome them down from the ivory tower where we were told to put them to keep them safe when we were but just children watching Disney play out the victim drama triangle, with the victim looking up at the rescuer and the punisher to save it from them and ultimately ourselves, who are cyclically going around beating ourselves up for always knowing the bad things that we have done. Instead of playing out that cycle any longer, it is time for us all to pull up our big girl and boy panties and to say, you know what? My inner child has sat for long enough on the soul throne of my inner realms. And now I demand, I hereby declare that my inner queen and kind king, who love each other so much they are willing to merge and unite for my highest good, I welcome and invite them down from where they were banished, because I did not know how to retrieve them and now I do. I welcome them down and I watch them walk across the courtyard, across the cave yard, across the battleground. Whatever stands between me and it, I welcome them down. And as they approach the soul throne room of my heart, where I hereby declare they shall herein be the sovereign rulers of these internal lands, which no one else has reign or authority over, here in this moment as they approach my soul throne, I make room by inviting my inner child, the little Laura Woadini, who was 4 years old and didn't know how to look after herself and wanted a mommy and daddy to do it for her, and they so kindly did. Except she didn't know when to say enough is enough. And these two, my queen and my king, they do. And they now say, slow down, baby girl. It is time for you to let the ones who are meant to rule do. It is time for us to slow down enough for us to welcome him and her into the soul throne of our inner kingdom. And in doing so, we do not judge that little girl or little boy that was sat on the soul throne for all these years, because you are me and I am you, and what I say about me, I say about you. And so when they approach her, they say, baby girl, it's time for you to go play. Where do you want to go today? Louise Hay, one of the pioneers of the You Can Heal Your Life movement, she said, before you go to work, you put your inner child out to play for the day. And I say to you now, as you welcome your empowered selves, that being both the masculine and feminine, to merge and marry and enjoy one another in the union of all unions, that is what you are welcoming onto the soul throne where previously a scared little child sat. And as you watch them, as I feel them take the throne of my inner realms, knowing never again will I ask mommy or daddy or a doctor to tell me how to be the best me possible, as I welcome them firmly onto the soul throne seats that they were destined to reign, I invite you to salute me in saluting you for having the courage to take your power back. I invite you to salute me for saluting you and saying, no, I do know best. Even though I don't know for sure because I've never done it before, I know that I have my best and highest good at heart. And when we know that, and when we are willing to live that, my God, do we become powerful. Feel that. Feel that and uncord yourself from all of the stories that got wrapped around your water bottle. The metaphoric styrofoam cup that says Laura has a heart, and Laura chooses to lead with it. I choose to lead with heart. I choose to lead with love. And I encourage you to let the false evidence appearing real that has appeared in your life as fear, I invite you to let it go so that you can finally be all that you were made to be. There has never been another you. And there has never been another me neither. And if we are willing to come together in that understanding of our own greatness and let the sweat come, because yes, it will be scary. Yes, it will take breaking through some barriers. Yes, it will take stopping and restarting. Yes, it will take all of that, and there will be frustration in it, just as you saw me get frustrated when this thing stopped and didn't work the way that I wanted it to, just as according to those who are witnessing me in my emergence into the fullness of who I truly am, just as they said, why is she doing this? Stop! Go! Ah! They don't understand. Who could? There's never been another me. There's never been another you neither. And what I know for sure is that there will never be another one of either us. There will never be another one of either of us either. It is time for us to step up and be all that we are truly called to be. And that is going to be determined by what we feel most called toward in this life. I hope this message serves you in reawakening to the beauty of all that you truly are. I hope that this reminds you of how great you truly are, and to also know there will be consequences for choosing to stand up and stand strong and stand true and be proud of who you truly are. And what I know for sure, as I said to a captain that I met when I was in Arizona staying at the Hilton Embassy Suites, who ended up being part of a conference in my suite that led to a mediation that was powerful. I'll share another time. What he said to me after hours of me being me, but standing in my glory, not because I was trying to, but because I was willing to hold the space in between us for a process to unfold that offered healing for those who stayed in the room and for those that didn't. What he said to me is, Laura, why? Why not just stop? Just stop. Just stop. You don't have to do this. Why do you need to keep doing this? Just stop, is what he said to me so many times, because he could see how true it was that was what happening, and it made no sense because I wasn't thinking about any of it. I was just only acting from my heart. And it scared him because you cannot explain what comes from the heart. And that was terrifying to him. And he said, Laura, just stop. Just stop already. Just stop. And I said, I can't. And he said, yes, you can. Just stop. And I said, if I stop, what would be the point of living? And he said, just stop. And I don't know how to stop. I can stop running, yes. And I have stopped running from myself. And in that process, I fell so madly, deeply in love with myself that I'm willing to put it all on the line and offer you the opportunity to do the same by following in the example that led me to a frickin' crazy house where I met amazing people. And I have been able to connect with people who are true and who are real and that think they're crazy because others have told them so. What I want to say to each and every single one of us who are here, who are there, and everywhere in between, we are beautiful beyond measure. There is nothing wrong with us. It's just we're so right on point when we actually follow our heart. It's terrifying. And if that is truly the case, which I truly in my heart of hearts believe it is, then I hope that you are terrified of the power and potential and possibility that lies dormant within you until you choose to take action. And with that, my friends, I bid you adieu. And I hope that you'll share this message with somebody that needs to remember, that needs to become a member of their own greatness again, who needs to be reminded of the fact that no one else can play them better than they can, because no one else has come here to be so brave as to play the character that has never existed until now. You are that brave character too, my friend. And if you've received value from this, please share this message and realize that I do not look as glorious and gorgeous as what I could if I had makeup on or my hair done, or I'd done some things to pretty myself up. But I don't care. I really don't give two flying Fs. And I say Fs instead of the real thing because I want this message to be digestible and accessible to people that need to hear it, which are our youth above all. Dear God, you guys, you are so powerful, and our future depends on you awakening to the power within yourself. You can dream of being an astronaut or a teacher or a fireman or a policeman or some kind of teacher that gets all kinds of accolades and wins Nobel Prizes and all of those great titles and everything that goes into the definition of success by modern definition. You can desire to do and be all of those things if it's in your heart to truly want to. But what I also implore you to understand is that wanting to just be a mom or a dad or a good neighbor or a good son or daughter or somebody that volunteers in their community as part of a religious group that doesn't judge or discriminate against others who put God in a different box than you, that too is more than enough. That too is exactly what it will take to change this world. And that you can do from wherever you are, however old you are. You have everything you need already to do exactly that which your heart calls for you to. So believe in yourself and anything will be possible. Share this message and be sure to subscribe to my channel, Laura J. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for your time, because you are the equivalent of how you invest your time, energy, effort, attention, and money. And those team players, baby, are all you got at the end of the day, minus the money, because it goes and it comes, because it's just energy. So all of it is just energy, including you. And if everything is energy, including you, realize that you were born as enough, you will die as enough, and the only time that you may not feel enough is when you forget how powerful you inherently are. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Laura J. Namaste.